To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world. Thank you.
Welcome to my channel. This is Sandra from Retired and Seeing the World. Today, July 17th, I'm at Disneyland celebrating its 70th birthday, along with all these other people. Let's see what we can get ourselves into. Let's do this together, okay? The Celebrate Happy Parade and Cavalcade, with special guests on board, and with a special happy birthday song and announcement at the end of the parade. Disney sure knows how to celebrate.
So here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Disneyland. Happy birthday to you. Great job, everyone.
see how we lived and worked on the high seas. The galley, captain and crew's quarters are open for your inspection. For the rest of you, we invite you to stay up on and steal its bounty. Bowman, man the starboard forecastle cannon and prepare to fire a warning shot, so as any curious pirates hide near the shore will know we are well armed. Those of you round the cannon best be stepping beyond my pool. Make ready to fire one.
Just might want to cover your ears, it can be loud.
He said I want to use my portable ride.
Fire one! Now, that should put some fear in them. Looks like we're safe for now.
So I leave my fan in your car.
Ship Columbia, the first ship to carry the stars and stripes round the world. Us again soon. All hands, prepare to go ashore!
For your safety, remember to stay seated with your thumbs, arms, feet and legs inside your carriage. And do watch if the exit, then pull them back. If cleaners is not.
Come on, everybody, here we go! Cast off for London. Pixie dust.
My name is Hope. I am your captain and storyteller aboard the SS Wendy. And for your safety, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, supervising your children. That monster has delivered us safely here to Storybook Land. Tigger, Wolfie is always after my three little piggies, but thankfully they're tucked away safely here on the right-hand side with their own house made of straw, one made of stick, and one made of wool. Where Alice lives, friends, if you remember, she had chased herself a white rabbit down a hole who was very, very late for an important. And to the right hand, we have London Park. This is the very part where Peter Pan and the darling children first took flight with the help of Tinker Steve Agrabah. This is the Sultan's Palace. This is the very city where Princess Jasmine stays. There's a lot of beauty here in Storybook Land. Up top is our rose gold arches. These are the very arches where Princess Jasmine and Aladdin had their magical carpet ride to a whole new world. And off to our right-hand side is the cottage of the seven dwarves. Now, it's to hide from the evil queen's bitter jealousy. If you listen very carefully, you can hear the whistling they're working down in the mines. And up top to the left-hand side is Cinderella's castle. Friends, if you remember, she had been forbidden from attending the ball, but with the help of her fairy godmother, she was dressed and on her way. However, there's a lot of inspiration here in Storybook Land. To the left-hand side is a succulent patchwork of Ride to Nowhere in particular. Teen family tragedy, where Elsa couldn't control her frosty powers. And with the help and the love of her sister Anna, they were both able to bring summer back to the village where Geppetto lived. Friends, if you remember, he had a wooden puppet. He desperately wanted to become a real boy. And with Pinocchio performing the deed, the blue fairy granted that very wish. And so I have one more story for you. The story of the Little Mermaid and Princess Ariel that came up top right from the light down below the sea and met a handsome prince named Eric. And with the approval of her father, King Triton, and as you can see here, they're living happily ever after seaside. And as we pass King Triton's Falls, ending our journey, please remember to...
Here in the Mickey Mouse Cinema, Disney was showing a short video on the history of the small world. It shows decades of It's a Small World news all around the world.
It's my only way of everybody was singing the song. Well, the guy had offered a seat. No, yeah. No, once he offered it, the guy
In the Opera House, Walt Disney's The Magic Life finally debuted, showing a life-size animatronic of Walt Disney himself. It's a quick 15-minute show explaining the historical events that led to the magical world of Disneyland.
Because I watched a video talking about
And one of its greatest dreamers was Walt Disney. His life was filled with both exhilarating success and heartbreaking setbacks. But he never gave up. He just kept moving toward that great big, beautiful tomorrow. The story of Walt's life is truly a magical one, and no one could tell it quite like Walt himself.
My dad worked as a carpenter in the World's Fair building. He eventually ended up in Chicago as a contractor, and he was doing that when I was born, December 1901. But my dad made some money as a contractor, and he wanted to get back to the farm. They finally ended up buying his farm in Marceline, Missouri. And it was a beautiful farm, but it was not the kind of farm to make a living on. Things got pretty tough on the farm, because my dad had a sickness.
Then one day, Walt woke up to find his best friend, his brother Roy, had gone as well. So Walt did something that he would do throughout his life when things got tough. He took a chance.
My brother had joined, but I still couldn't get anywhere with it. I failed. I learned a lot out of that, and I think it's important to.
Now, my brother Roy was already in Los Angeles. Both of us were unemployed. We saw.
He had his first big hit, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. And he had married the love of his life, Lillian, an ink and paint artist at the studio who shared his dreams.
He popped out of my mind onto a drawing pad on a train ride from Manhattan to Hollywood at a time when the business fortunes of my brother Roy and myself were at lowest ebb and disaster seemed right around the corner. His first actual screen appearance was at the Old Colony Theater in New York in Steamboat Willie. He was the first cartoon character to express personality.
Children could have fun together. So that's how Disneyland started. It takes a lot of money to make these dreams come true. And we had everything mortgaged, including my family. Eventually it evolved into what you see today as Disneyland. But it all started from a daddy with two daughters wondering where he could take them, where he could have a little fun with them too. And adding to, not only can I add things, but even the trees will keep growing. The thing will get more beautiful every year. Television, to let the people know of it.
The world is a carousel of color. History, comedy, fantasy. There's drama and mirth. There's old Mother Earth with all of her secrets to see. The miracle of imagination. The marvels of earth, sea, and sky. These wonders untold are ours to behold in the funny world, the sunny world, the wonderful world of color.
And now your host, Walt Disney.
This reward, I think, is that I've been able to build this wonderful organization, and also to have the public appreciate and accept what I've done all these years. That is a great reward. But all individuals are different. I had a brother who I really envied because he was a mailman. But he was the one that had all the fun. He had himself a trailer, and he used to go off and go fishing, and he didn't worry about payrolls, heard stories, he just had picture grocers or anything. And he was the happy one. I always said he's the smart Disney. You know, I was stopped one day when the little boy asked, "Do you draw Mickey Mouse?" And I had to admit I do not draw anymore. Well, then you think of all the jokes and ideas. No, I said, I don't do that. Finally, he looked at me and said, "Mr. Disney, just what do you do?" Well, I said, moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things. because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting. We're interested in doing things that are fun, in bringing pleasure and especially laughter to people. But I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing. It was all started by a mouse.
Like a boat out of the blue, and steps in on sea.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. Maybe you'll give me a like and follow so you can see what I'm up to next since I've been retired and seeing the world.